My symptoms have been flaring. I have increased fatigue, cog fog, and a little bit of an increase in my spasms. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing after my second eye surgery. If you missed last week's video, I'll put a link above and in the description below so you can check it out. I've recently been diagnosed with ocular melanoma, eye cancer. Cancer was not on my bingo card this year, but nonetheless, here we are. It is okay, though. It's a very small cancer, and I don't need treatment at this time. They're just going to closely monitor me in lieu of treatment because the treatment carries more risks than the risk of the cancer spreading right now. After my first surgery, I had a complication of a major hemorrhage in my eye, which means I had a bleed inside my eye from the surgery. It turns out that our eyes have a lot of capillaries and they can bleed a lot. My eye was full of blood and I couldn't see. They had hoped that it would settle down and get reabsorbed, but after 4 weeks of this, we scheduled another surgery to clean out the blood and fill my eye with saline. As much as I didn't want to have another eye surgery, did I mention that I need to be awake for the surgery? Yeah, ugh. I really needed to see again. I couldn't drive, I was having a hard time working, and again, my MS symptoms have flared quite a bit. Stress and trauma are linked to flares of MS symptoms and relapses. Eye surgery and cancer diagnosis definitely qualify. I'll leave a link above and below to a video that I did on stress and MS. The second surgery was interesting. I didn't take any Valium this time because I knew what was coming and I was feeling a little bit more prepared. When they started prepping me for surgery, they put the blood pressure cuff on and the pulse oximeter on my finger. Both my blood pressure and my pulse rate were a bit high, I think just from nerves. And as I was sitting on the gurney waiting for the dilating drops to work on my eye and waiting for my turn in the OR, I decided I was going to do some meditation. I closed my eyes and started focusing on my breath. And I could hear the rhythmic beep on the monitor. Every 60 seconds or so, there was a beep, beep. It just became part of my practice. And then the monitor started going beep, 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 beep. An alarm went off. My pulse rate had dropped so much that it caused the alarm to go off. The power of mindfulness, huh? There's a saying, what the mind can believe, the body can achieve. I believe this is true to a certain degree. I wanted to lower my pulse rate and I wanted to get control of my body and the stress. My sympathetic nervous system was activated, my fight or flight mode, and I wanted to activate my parasympathetic nervous system, my rest and digest mode. The mindfulness worked. It's such a great tool to have in our toolbox, isn't it? When they wheeled me in for the surgery, it was all good. They gave me a little bit of anesthesia to do the nerve block so I wouldn't feel any pain. You can see that I still have a black eye from the nerve block. Really pretty, isn't it? Then they woke me up to do the eye surgery. Unfortunately, I started to have some leg spasms during the surgery. I don't know if this happens to any of you, but when I lay or sit in the same position for too long, it can trigger spasms. If this happens to you, let me know. Put it in the comments below. I told the doctor that I was having spasms from my MS, and he said, please hold still. I said, I'll try to do my best. I made it through the surgery, and there was no pain. There was interesting sounds, though. Yeah, it was a little gross. More mindful breathing. The nerve block is an interesting thing. Half of my head was now numb. I could run my finger across my forehead and tell the exact spot where the numbness began. And much of the left side of my scalp and my face were numb too. It really didn't faze me that much because what's another bit of numbness when we have MS, right? It took about 8 hours for the numbness to start to go away. And when it did, something really interesting happened. I could smell toast. I asked my husband if he was cooking anything, and he wasn't. So I immediately jumped on Dr. Google because, that's what we do. And I found that sometimes nerve blocks can cause phantom smells. For about a half an hour, I could smell toast. It was really kind of funny. The next day, I went to the doctor to have the bandages removed and have a post-op check. When the technician removed the bandages and she held up 2 fingers, I could see 2 fingers. I almost started to cry. My vision wasn't perfect, but I could see. After a month of not being able to see, it was a thrilling moment. It's going to take a couple of weeks for the blurriness to go away, but I can see again. Phew. I'm also still on activity restriction. No lifting things over 10 pounds, no bending over, and no straining for 2 weeks after surgery. I am sure this is contributing to my increased MS symptoms as well. Exercise is one of my non-negotiables. I exercise every day, and I miss it. I am able to walk, so that's what I'm doing. I'm walking on the treadmill or walking outside. I'm filming this 5 days post-op, and all my symptoms are starting to get a little better. The fatigue is abating, and I'm feeling a little bit more clear-headed, and the vision is definitely getting better. I have a confession, though. I haven't been eating that great through this past month. I'm someone who goes for comfort foods when I'm stressed or sick. The food that I ate was not terrible, but there were some French fries and takeout food. And because I haven't been able to exercise for over a month and I'm stress eating, I've put on a few pounds. I also feel really sluggish. So I'm going to do a 5-day fast mimicking diet just to give my body a reset and get some autophagy going. Autophagy literally means self-eating, and it happens in the body when we fast. Our bodies will use and remove damaged cells. It's like cellular housekeeping. This process can help with cellular repair and regeneration, and it can also help with energy. If any of you have done fasting or water fasts or fast mimicking diets, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about your experiences. And let me know if you'd like me to make a video about my experience with the 5-day fast mimicking diet. I'm currently reading The Longevity Diet by Valter Longo. He is a highly cited biochemist and researcher on aging. He is well respected and named one of the 50 most influential people in healthcare. In the book, he has a chapter on autoimmune disease and how fast mimicking diets may help. I just feel like I need a reset. I have ordered the Prolong fast mimicking diet and I'm excited to give it a try. The company was founded by Valter Longo, and I know some of you think he's just trying to make a buck, but the diet has 25 years of research behind it, and they give a portion of each sale to research and causes that help people. They donate to the Create Cures Foundation, We Do It Together, and universities to further our community's education, research, and equality. I also like that there's a bit of food each day and that the foods are designed to be supportive to help us maintain muscle and target visceral fat, that belly fat. And now is a good time for me to try this diet because I'm on exercise restriction. And when doing the fast mimicking diet, they recommend cutting back on activities. I'm actually looking forward to this, but I'm also a little bit nervous. So, 2 questions for you today. Does stress or trauma escalate your symptoms? And do any of you have experience with fasting to help your MS? Let me know in the comments. To see the 2 videos that I mentioned earlier, check them out here. Actually, I have a 3rd question for you. Are you on my mailing list? I send out emails about upcoming videos and I share recipes of some of the whole foods that I love to eat. You can sign up using the link in the comments. And until next time, be well.